I'll be honest with you, I never thought much about piracy. Although I used to hear about it every now and then, maybe seen a warning before a movie. But the scale of what I was about to uncover, I had no idea. What I discovered was an entire parallel economy, a shadow empire operating in plain sight making billions of dollars. And India sits right at the center of it all.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is not a story about some kids downloading a movie in the basements. It's about organized network, cryptocurrency money laundering, international criminals on the run, and a digital underworld that is as big as Amazon Prime and Netflix.
We sell emotions like no one else does.
By the time you finish hearing this story, you will realize that piracy isn't just theft, it's an industry. And India is its undisputed king.
I entertain the largest number of people in the world.
Let me hit you with a number that literally shocked me. In 2023, there were 229 billion visits to piracy websites. That's a billion with a B. And that number went up by 6.7% from the previous year. To put that in perspective, that's not millions of people occasionally downloading something. That's hundreds of billions of clicks representing a massive hunger for stolen content. TV shows now make up to 45% of piracy traffic, and movies are about 15%. And India's role in all of this is massive. India alone accounts for 30% of global traffic to film piracy sites. Nearly 1 in every 3 clicks on a pirated movie comes from India. The second highest country is the United States at just 6.3%. India is not just participating in piracy, it's dominating it. One report estimated India's piracy economy at 224 billion rupees every year. That's roughly $2.5 billion. If piracy was a legal business, it would be the 4th largest part of India's entire media and entertainment industry. Think about that, an illegal operation making money comparable to Bollywood box office. This is not a small problem, this is a parallel entertainment economy operating at massive scale, right out in the open.
And in India, there are not very many avenues for getting entertained. And as much as you may deny it or as much as you may not accept it, the only form of entertainment in India is films.
So why India specifically? What makes our country the center of global digital piracy? The answer isn't simple, but it comes down to 3 main reasons. First, the people. According to the report, 76% of Indian consumers who pirate content are between 19 to 34 years old. This is the generation that grew up with the internet, the same people driving India's streaming boom. On an average, these users spend around 9 hours per week watching pirated content. That's basically 3 movies or an entire season every single week through pirated websites. Second, money. The reality is simple. Legal content is expensive compared to what many people can afford. India has over a dozen major streaming platforms, each with its own movies and shows. Now to watch everything legally, you need multiple subscriptions. For an average young person in a city, that's just too expensive. One study predicted that streaming platforms in India would lose about $3 billion to piracy. That's the cost of people choosing free content over paid subscriptions. It's a classic supply and demand gap, and the pirates are more than happy to fill it. Third, it's become normal. There's a history here that matters. In the early 2000s, India had massive physical piracy. Pirated movies were sold for less than 50 rupees on streets, or even to rent on hourly basis. People used to burn songs into CDs, even local cable operators were offering unauthorized channels. Now this created a belief that if content is out there, it can be free. And when internet and smartphones arrived, the habit didn't disappear, it simply moved online. One media executive called it the world's largest free movie theater. The copyright laws were also not strictly enforced for so many years, and you had the perfect storm for piracy. A huge audience that loved content, high prices for legal access, easy ways of finding free alternatives, and very little fear of consequences. India's piracy ecosystem is basically a result of its own success with entertainment. A country that loves movies, cricket and music. When the legal market can't provide content at the right price, the pirate market fills the gap. Let me tell you about a man named Immadi Ravi. For years together, Telugu film industry was being destroyed by a piracy website called iBomma. On Friday morning there's a new movie in a theatre, and by Friday afternoon iBomma would have it. Every single film. Ravi was the mastermind behind it all, one-man pirate empire running from Hyderabad. He avoided police for a very long time, eventually running away from India, moving between France, Netherlands and the Caribbean. He even boasted online that he was beyond the reach of Indian law. But in November 2025, his overconfidence caught up with him. When he came back to Hyderabad, the cybercrime police arrested him, and what they found was insane. Ravi was not just running one website. He controlled an entire network of at least 65 to 75 backup sites. iBomma had also a sister site called Bappam. Even if one website got blocked, dozens of others would keep working. These sites offered a huge library of Telugu films and movies in other languages, all for free. Telugu Film Chamber of Commerce estimated that this operation caused losses worth tens of billions of rupees. When police arrested Ravi, they took his equipment and froze bank accounts that was holding 3 crore rupees. But this entire operation was way more complex than just hosting pirated movies. Ravi's network had international setup. He stored content on servers in places like Caribbean islands. And using those countries' laws, he used to hide from the Indian authorities. He had helpers, hackers who broke into production company servers to steal high-quality movie files, and also on-ground agents recording films in theaters. And listen, here's where it gets more interesting. iBomma was secretly sending users to betting and gambling websites. Ravi had deals with these platforms. Millions of people coming to watch pirated movies became vulnerable customers for online betting sites like 1xBet. Payments for these referrals were routed through online ad agencies like AdCash and AdSterra into shell companies that Ravi controlled. It was then converted into cryptocurrency and finally laundered back into Indian rupees through front companies. This wasn't just content piracy. This was content piracy mixed with digital ad fraud mixed with cryptocurrency money laundering, all wrapped into one criminal enterprise. The iBomma saga gives us a face to put on this industry. Here's a man with a small team and some servers almost single-handedly created a global free streaming platform. To most people, this was just another free service, but under that surface, he was running what amounts to an international criminal operation. There was one platform that kept showing up in my research like an open secret: Telegram. This messaging app with a simple paper plane logo has become a main hub for sharing pirated movies, web series, and even live TV streams. But why Telegram? Simple. Telegram allows huge file sizes, up to 2 GB per file, which means a full HD movie can be uploaded at once. It's cloud-based and heavily encrypted, offering privacy and anonymity. Most importantly, Telegram channels can have unlimited subscribers. Hundreds and thousands of people can join and get instant access to the content. It's like setting up a pirate TV station to an unlimited audience. And unlike torrent websites that can get blocked, Telegram is just an app on your phone, easy to use, available to everyone, and very hard to shut down. Lawyers in India now call Telegram the new Palika Bazaar, which was a famous underground market in Delhi for selling pirated CDs. Telegram has become an online underground market where any latest movie, stolen software, live cricket match is available if you know where to look. The structure is so organized. At the top there are source channels, often with a private or a weird name. This is where the uploaders first upload the content. Then comes the sub-channels with names like New Hindi Movies or All Web Series Download. These don't steal content, rather, they work like a catalog to share links from the actual source groups. There are even Telegram bots for searching. A user can message a bot something like Movie X, and the bot searches through the channels and gives the download link. Users don't even need to know which channel to join, the bot finds the content like a pirate search engine. Something even weird here is that some networks offer VIP or premium subscriptions. I found channels offering membership for 99 rupees a month, promising things like movies, web series, softwares, books, whatever you name it. Pirates are charging for piracy. They've created a system where users would rather pay for one pirate instead of dozen OTT platforms. From an anti-piracy perspective, Telegram is a nightmare. The company has no offices in India, so court orders have to go through long international processes. By the time action happens, the content has simply moved. Telegram does remove channels after copyright complaints, but pirates keep backup channels. I've seen channels get taken down and come back in an hour with a slightly different name. It's like whack-a-mole. Unlike regular websites that government can ban, Telegram traffic is just normal app data. You can't block it without blocking the entire app, which millions of people still use for regular messaging. Telegram has basically enabled crowd-powered piracy. Tens of thousands of people working together to share content. You can shut down one website, but how the hell do you shut down a shapeless network operating inside an encrypted app? The answer is, you cannot. While movies and music get all the attention, there's another massive type of piracy that operates mostly hidden: softwares and video games. According to a recent survey, roughly 35% of softwares installed on computers worldwide is unlicensed. That's more than 1 in 3 softwares being used without license. In 2028 alone, that represented $46 billion in value. In the 2000s, India often had software piracy rates of 50 to 60%. The reasons are again familiar. Software prices are too expensive compared to people's income. Cracked versions are available easily, and the enforcement around this is not too strong. The process is different from movie piracy. It involves something called a crack. Most of the software has license system built into it. If you want to buy a genuine version, you have to buy a license and activate it using a key. A crack is basically a tool that disables these license checks, so the software can run even without proper permissions. These cracked versions are then distributed to torrent sites, forums, and increasingly through Telegram channels nowadays. The way pirates make money is interesting. They don't usually charge the users directly. Instead, they make money by bundling hidden adware and viruses with these softwares. So when someone downloads a cracked software, it often comes with something extra.
Your computer has been compromised. You must pay 3 lakh rupees to regain access to your account.
Ransomware attack and computer viruses often start the same way. Someone installs a cracked program that has a hidden backdoor. When you install a pirated software, there's almost 1 in 3 chances that it comes with a virus. Virus from unlicensed software can cost the world nearly $359 billion every year. Software piracy might be less visible than movie piracy, but it's huge in terms of money and has serious consequences, like funding hacker networks and enabling cybercrime. Live sports is probably the boldest form of piracy, because everything happens in real time. Take the IPL, it's one of the most watched events in the world, and because of that, it's always been a major target for illegal streaming. In 2023 and 24, broadcasters tried hard to shut these streams down. The anti-piracy board claimed they had 100% success in taking down illegal IPL streams. But even after that, the problem hasn't really gone away. Viacom 18's estimated loss was around 100 crores in revenue in just that one season. Then there is the Fair Play case. Fair Play was said to be an illegal betting app, but it was also streaming IPL matches illegally to attract users. Then in 2024, the enforcement seized assets worth 220 crores. They froze bank accounts and seized properties across multiple states. It was said that the main operator was running everything from Dubai, using fake companies in places like Malta to stay outside the Indian law. This shows that live sport piracy isn't just for fun. In many cases, it's directly linked to gambling networks and mafia. Today, the most common form of sport piracy is something called IPTV. These are the illegal internet TV services. Think of them as pirate cable networks for the internet age. Someone here gets access to these real-time events, sometimes through a subscription or even through an insider. He then restreams it using servers in other countries that can handle thousands of viewers at once. These services are openly sold online. There are Telegram channels advertising things like all premium Indian channels plus live sport for 200 rupees a month. IPL rights alone cost billions. For 2023 to 27, it sold for more than $6 billion. Now, when a large number of viewers watch through pirated streams, broadcasters simply lose money. This is theft happening live, often hundreds of thousands of people watching at the same time. You will even see thousands of comments on Instagram asking for a Telegram link to watch a cricket match. That's how common it has become. After this journey through the underground world of India's piracy empire, I'm left with one main realization. The same internet that created the golden age of content also created ways to copy it. This is not a story with simple good guys and bad guys. Pirates aren't heroes when you see the full picture of fraud and profit. But the industry and law enforcement aren't completely effective either. High prices and access problems gave piracy room to grow. India sits at the center of it all not because Indians are dishonest, but because a perfect storm of factors came together. Massive love for content and economic barriers for legal access. It's a complicated battle moving into the future, where the weapons are computer programs and the battlefield is every screen connected to the internet. Piracy is not a fixed problem, it's a constantly changing reflection of technology and society. As long as we create new ways to enjoy content, new ways to steal it will follow. Thank you for watching till the end. It's because of people like you that I'm motivated to make more videos like this. If you like to support this work, please consider subscribing. It genuinely means a lot and helps this channel to grow. Until the next video, take care.